How's it? Today's Friday, February 18th. Today's a long training session. It's a big Friday. I had an interview this morning for a physical therapy aide position in Sunnyvale. I am extremely excited about it, and I think I'm gonna get it. We will have to see. It's really the first big step that I've taken in a year to pursue my dream of becoming a physical therapist. Um, so I was up early this morning to make sure that I was on time for that interview. It went really well. I think that I think that they like me and I like them. So I know I'm gonna learn a lot if I am given the position, or if I'm what's the word, selected for the position. And so I am not gonna take anything for granted and just kind of keep moving. If I don't get this position, it's not the end of the world. I have to remember that. Kind of going through COVID, for that time where I was just in my room for 5 days. I didn't talk to anybody, and like it was kind of getting to the point where I didn't know if I wanted to continue doing physical therapy. I I got in my own head and I got started going crazy a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be a good thing for me. Enough about that. So today's Friday is just doing 5 kilos up from last week. Again, last week I had one day of training in the week because of the COVID thing. So last week I did 95, I think, for 3 singles, and then 125 for 3 singles. So today's goal was just to hit 100 for 3 to 5 singles, and then 130 for 3 to 5 singles. I ended up hitting 100 5 times. I failed twice, but at the end of the day, 100 for 5 singles is solid. I think I did that at 102 a couple weeks ago before COVID. Um, Maybe it wasn't five. I don't remember, but the quality of movement is getting better and better. And with Jay there, he's helping me a little bit about kind of maintaining a good extension. So make sure not to rush onto my toes at it, before extension. But I'm I think that I'm doing well. So this is my first fail. I failed a little bit later. I think on like my fifth set or my sixth set or whatever. But I try my best to not rest too long. Um, but yeah, so if I kind of be a little bit more patient on my toes, on my feet, then extension gets, I guess, a little bit more power transfer. So that's something that I was trying to focus on today. I mean, I know that that's how it works. It's just I don't usually get feedback in the middle of my training because I'm usually the only person that watches me. I watch a lot of my own video. I mean, I watch every single of my own videos. So um, that's not something that I would immediately point out. But now that he pointed it out to me, that's something I'm going to be looking for in the future. So I missed this next set right here. And then I go for a seventh attempt after that. Um, and I was pretty upset there because I was going for a five and I didn't want to add an extra like set, a seventh set on top of that, but I did it anyway just because this right here. So that one was a pretty solid extension to fixation overhead. And then Jason told me, "Hey, you can't do two," and I was just like, "You know what? Fuck you." And then I couldn't do two. I was very close though. Uh, I tried, so I'm generally I'm pretty happy with that. I think for the rest of the lifting today, um, pretty happy with my jerks. So I made all my clean and jerks. I did 5 out of 5, so no extra attempts there. The way I jumped was very interesting. So I went 60, 100, and then 130. This was because I didn't have a lot of time. The interview took a lot longer than it was scheduled to take. It took almost an hour. Probably no, it took longer than an hour, more. So I interviewed at two different of their facilities, which are right down the road from each other, like a mile away from each other. But yeah, so I was crunching on time, and I still needed to front squat. And I'm very happy that I did front squat because I typically will skip that, or I like last week I skipped it and I put it on the Saturday. I don't want to do that anymore, even if that means these videos are gonna be like 10 minutes long. I'd much rather just power through it on the Friday because I think largely the 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 thing that I get out of the Friday front squats is I have already snatched and clean and jerk. So I am fatigued to a point where these front squats matter as far as technique and strength goes. Whereas on Saturdays, if I front squat on Saturday, I'm relatively fresh. Like this is the first thing I'm going to be doing in the morning. I wake up, I don't even eat, I take my pre-workout and I go straight to the gym. And then if I'm doing that on Saturday, uh, you know, it's not really like I understand that that's going to help with my strength development a little bit, but I think it's more applicable and more transferable to be pushing the front squats and the legs on the Friday for somebody like me. I don't I don't need to front squat significantly more than I actually clean. Um, at least in my opinion. I don't know. Um, I don't get pinned on any of my cleans. I haven't gotten pinned on my cleans probably like the last one I got pinned on my clean was probably in like July or something. And I don't front squat very much more than my clean. So this is my last set. I think did I say that earlier? But I made them all, so that's good. But yeah, again, I don't get pinned on many of my front squats, and I think that is largely because my lower back is weak, which is another issue altogether. I think that's why I deadlift so much. I deadlift on the Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and then all of the actual lifts themselves are some amount of deadlifting, right? Um, so like I can't get the bar high enough with decent enough weight for it to pin me on the front squat, even though my front squat's just a touch over my best clean, you know. So here I'm trying to do three sets of three, and I failed this second rep right here on this 143. So then I decide to I'm like kind of defeated here because last week I did three threes 140 on Saturday very easily, and then I remember that like what I said earlier is that Saturday I'm relatively fresh. But after that, I decide I'm gonna just do 140 for three twos because three twos is better than nothing. Um, and I'm able to make the first two twos. The first one was extremely hard on the second rep. This one's a little bit better, not much better, but a little bit better. And then I actually failed this last one, which is frustrating to say the least. But given everything that happened today, I snatched 100 for five singles. Yeah, like I'm very mad there. I snatched 100 for five singles, and I clean and jerked 130 for five singles with no misses. That to me is a bigger win than failing these front squats is a loss, if that makes sense. With that said, like today is a great day. Today is a great day of training. Finished off with pull-ups and then my GHD sit-ups. Even though I look very upset and disappointed here, it's just me being, that perfectionist that I am and that I've always been. Um, but I'm taking the win now. Hindsight, I'm taking the win. So overall, really happy with how today went. And that will be it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.